What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the Everton Football Manager 2022 Rebuild series. Leave a like if you've been enjoying it. And now we're in January. We've got the January update of Season 3 now. And before even results, and yeah, we're doing better this season, recovering and trying to maybe get what we got in the first season, a Champions League finish. Which top four, yeah, was mad. Last season fell off a bit, but rebuilding purposes, I guess. We're bleeding. We're bleeding money. We're leaking money. Either way we're going to put it. That's why I was hesitant. Remember, I said I could have signed more because I predicted. I knew how last year was going. That was with Champions League money coming in, mind you. We made profit some months because we had really good revenue. When it was the knockout stages. We did amazing to get to that part. And see, that was reliant on that. We could be in a worse place financially. If anyone has more feedback, I'm I'm playing this safe. So, yeah, I should be able to read what's happening. But maybe how Everton is implemented. Are they, really, really struggling with their money? And, just how that would be implemented into the depths of FM where they would be leaking so much. So I give you the best idea last month, like player wages, bonuses, that's standard. Like for me, there's taxing, there's non-football but it all looks kind of standard for me. The costs, the income, obviously we're going to have to go over. So the expenditure, 17.7 million. Income, that was just last month. So what? That's just over 2 million. So that doesn't sound too extreme, but we've had, differing amounts in other months. But the income, 10 million from the TV revenue, and players sold, some clauses there. Again, just to show you, there was no initial transfers that we made for ahead of January or something. There was no sales, no players have left us. They count as clauses. But anyway, you could almost take that out of the equation as well. So sort that properly again. Players sold. That's why wasn't that extreme. And you'll be like, oh, how have you lost 18 million? That month you didn't lose as much. Reliant on clauses. So it's either the leakage is too much or the income is not enough from the extra sources, because this is scary. I personally left that we had at least enough where our budget was, probably around 40 something million or so. That's why I didn't spend that extra. Or we would have that, but if we spent that transfer budget, and you could even put a bit more in the wage there, so definitely at least 40, we'd probably almost be 40 million in the negative if we're going off that, and maybe have one or two more players, more wages. So, again, I don't think it's too much on wages, because I think our squad is on the smaller side, if anything. So, give your feedback, your Everton feedback, for sure, where that would... But for me, the problem is fixing this, because I think it's always going to be, it's continuously implemented, within the club. As I said, it's not... we're going to need players on bigger wages than this. You're like, what? But no, that comes with having better players. So we're going to have more costs going forward if we want to become a better team. That income or the expenditure, or is it a mix of both? Outside of that, though, we're having a solid season. We're doing well. It's not struggling at the bottom. I don't think we'd be hard to, fans don't want to come to the games no more. No, we're showing exciting moves. The game against Watford up next, they're bottom. So, for our game in this episode, it should look good, really. No notable players, but I think we've had a good spread. If we go back to the team right now, in terms of our goal scorers, Smith Rowe, you know how we're playing. We're using Dele Alli as that false nine. Richarlison, I don't want to say it's killed him, but... I think the best player in our team to play that role is Dele Alli, and this is introducing other players. Smith Rowe. Didn't I say last season what we need more out of Smith Rowe? Formation switch up. Wingers are going to be more the key players, especially for goal threats, and Smith Rowe scored 9. He scored our most, you'd say, quite clearly. And then assists, Miranda, Livramento, the fullbacks, always were going to be exciting. We made 2 big signings there, and they're our 2 most creative players in terms of providing assists. And Tino. 7. When you're like about 0.20 more than the next player, which is Ben Godfrey, who's starring at the back. He's only got 1 goal, so his ratings is not really boosted from getting a lot of goals or anything. It's just amazing defense, which you love to see. He's a star. He's progressing, a little bit. He's at prime age, 25. So, yeah, really excited for him and to keep continuing like this. Paul Miley got a gig, gave him a game, a single game, because he needs to continue his development. Future prospect, tabbed the next David Seaman. I've always questioned, I've never searched it, so I've never looked for the official answer, but I'm like, they're not touted to be like as good as one player specifically, but just like if they're touted to be anyone, it's just they've got really high potential. I'm not sure if there's different levels to a player's reputation if it's pending on who they're touted as. You could almost question Larin starting more, but he wants more playing time. Like, it's an interesting one because I don't feel he fits, as I said. Look at the appearances wise. Dali Ali's been, for a striker, pretty high up there considering it's a rotating position. You see the midfielders and that, but we're liking him, and he's really good, Dali. All right, we're going to move into the game for today. As I said, it's 1 against Watford. I will show you more results. You might want to see. December wasn't good. We'll be like, we've started really well. We were struggling in December, so keep in mind our current form is not the greatest. So I showed you, we're nice and pretty in 6th, but we didn't even get a win in December, and they were all Premier League games. And that was coming off a loss against Newcastle to finish November. So I think it's almost impressive. Like, isn't it impressive that we're still 6th? The good start to the season helps. And they're winnable. You take Liverpool out of that, and that wasn't a bad performance. Like, that was probably our best performance. I don't know. I just really don't know what happened. Maybe, the game's just building up. But we're not even in Europe this year, so let's turn it around and make January a good... That's all we can do at this point, right? So it shows you we've got it in us. Pre-December form probably shows like we could be top 4, and we were. So let's see how we go today, though. Like the team, we only have 1 player that's not selected in the sub, so that's, again, back to the squad size. But our best 11, and then even a few rotations as well, like Larin and Richarlison for backup strikers, not bad to come on. Jovic, who we're very excited about. We talked about him, didn't we, when we signed him. But Smith Rowe is flying, and Vieira... he could be doing a bit more. Our midfield could be providing, or at least getting, like, a higher average ratings, and maybe that could lift us up. But our defense has been superb, as you can see there. So being secure defensively, and we're trying to keep possession. But, let's see how the game goes today. But Livermore, if you thought I was excited when we signed him, and if he was worth the money, yes, massively. But the situation we're in now is why I was hesitant to be spending, but we left so much in reserve. All right, show the world we've got what we've got. Everyone motivated, every outfield player motivated, and Pickford's just there composed, so don't mind that. So what the thing is, maybe this is a match we need. Maybe this is a match we need right now. If we thought we were in bad form, it's probably equal, to be fair. But we got talent, and how we've played this season. We're still in a reasonable position, to be fair. Chelsea, what I mean. Normally, we probably wouldn't be in 6th. Chelsea would be at least pushing up above us. So, it's kind of what we talked about last season. We weren't amazing, but at the same time, no other big 6 side was, underachieving. So, but a big thing is, a couple of these recent losses, we haven't been able to control the game as we were doing earlier in the season. Did the CPU read how we're playing? Because I haven't adjusted it. I've had, my mindset of we've been this good. I love the way we were playing. I don't want to switch that up because it was so good. All right, so if there was a little bit switch up with the lighting, not exactly the same. I turned my lights on because the outside was messing with me. So, play on. Let's continue. And... early chance for them there. Okay. First 20 minutes. We don't feel we're in control of this game as of yet. Livramento, he does this so well. See, that creates that opportunity. And Smith Rowe, maybe you're better when you're having shots, mate. Second attempt. This time. Not a wasted chance in the end. Wasn't a bad effort. But we just looked better, that chance. Miranda, now Cook wins it. He's been good at that. Sometimes your deeper centre mids don't get those crazy ratings. Look, Cook, assist. Fabio Vieira, that's what we want to see. We want, like, obviously he's coming outside of England, but I think his ability, like, is Smith Rowe. So, like, very similar anyway. I think he has the ability to do what Smith Rowe is doing. And Cook. See, that's what I mean. Those deep centre mids, like he and Adley, especially these guys, like our wingers, they're going to be the ones getting in a lot of good opportunities. Sometimes, yeah, especially deep line playmaker, like with Cook, you have to get either an assist or a goal, unless you play a crazy amount of key passes. But yeah, they can still provide and play a good role. So average ratings are important, but they're not absolutely everything. There's certain roles that may not get the best ratings. But anyway, especially when they have quieter games, but they're still playing their role. There's a lot of details to go in with that. But yeah, they can just play a role for the team. And Livramento, that has to be... Ooh, it is a yellow card for Sarr. And now Vieira... Was that a weak free kick? It could be seen as that. Now Godfrey to Adley. Now it's his turn to maybe provide one. Vieira. Now to Alan from range. No, he doesn't waste it. We've got that set up. They don't waste those shots. We wait and we're patient. Adley. Livramento. I'm so fixed. My eyes are fixed on my players right now. Not bad. Now it's Cook. Now he takes it. And when they do take it, it's the situation. They know. And it's a goal. I haven't seen too many of those, to be fair, which is good. As I said, you rarely see them wasted. Look at this. Cook. He saw that. See the space ahead of him. Smart. And he's looking like a good signing so far. Like... Yes, yeah, as I said, he could be scoring more goals, but that's not exactly his role. Before this game, he's got 2 goals in the Premier League. 26, prime age, man. Let's see. Let's see where 2-0. Let's see where 2-0 takes us. As I said, back on the winning streak, hopefully. And those games as well, like, I think it looks really bad, like when you just see, losses, no wins. But when they're pretty close games... let's get back to that possession game, and this could be really one to turn it around for us. I know you say it's an easy game against Watford, but yeah, we weren't far off. Because again, if you focus on the months before December, it's been very good. Pushetto. But yeah, I think, the months we had before December, they were equally as good as December was bad, basically. Here's Cucho. Oh, no, dive, mate. They're not, you can tell the type of pen that it looks like it's not going to be, the review's going to be successful, basically, when he's a diving Cucho. The first 2 letters are right. As I said, what... Where did I get Cucho from? The little stare was what I initially called him. And then his nickname, I guess, is Cucho. Do I even need to say it? Oh, God. A bit of a cooch. Same thing. All right, let's get back on the game. So maybe I was right. Smith Rowe. Smith, no. It's another... You see how he's getting in creative opportunities. Mepham on that yellow. He's got to be careful. He's been solid as well. Godfrey. Fabio Vieira. Come on, come on. Dali, can he find his way to it? Not quite. Benitez. Livramento at... Yes. This is the game we want. Cook. Goal! I was wondering, was he going to go far post? He's got it. Come on. 3-1. 3-1. Praise. I know, again, think of the opposition. That's not what you generally expect. Even he almost hesitated. I'm like, oh shit, I'm the one that's going to make this run here. You don't really sense that from a deep lying playmaker. He wasn't very deep there, but we still want him to make the runs when he can. And he's been the star today. Why, Mepham, why are you frustrated, man? That's something we've got to be careful on. Our two centre-backs on yellows. So, yeah, both these off tackles. Because, yeah, I'm someone who's very hesitant of making centre-back subs no matter how they're going, unless they're playing really, really bad. But a yellow cut... Yeah, just frustrated by the feet. That's the only thing for Mepham. Smith Rowe, I thought he's actually... He's got a more poor rating because I think he's wasted chances, which is interesting. Let's break. Yeah, Nemanja Jovic. You want to see him, and I think he needs a bit more game time. Miranda hasn't had the best game, and this is we'll bring on Belurdi. We started training him to be right back as well, and he should play. I've done this before. Yeah, Belurdi. Just put him on support. So that's what I do. I don't know how familiar or similar the role is when you're playing fullback attack and then comparing wingback to support. It's just, yeah, mentally I'm like, oh, that mixes well. But anyway, just so he's in his familiar role. Or a familiar role. And then we'll save one more sub up our sleeves. 3-1. Fabio Vieira. He sets it up. Not quite. Important part of the game. Jovic. Cook. Dali. See, it's almost like he doesn't have the eye for the goals because he's playing that false nine. Oh, Jovic, show your talent, lad. Brilliant. Almost. I want to score one more beautiful goal before I say it. Adley. Sports Interactive does have like the crypto with the ad boards there, but again, I don't like to advocate like gambling, and it's kind of that, or just any financial things. But yeah, speak to a professional before you get involved. All right. Mepham, great head, great header. Cook. Livramento, he gets in space and he's got pace. Decent ball too. Belurdi, see how he's positioned, ready for it. Cook, ball through to Jovic. Just want that one more goal. All right, maybe one more sub we can make. One more sub Lewis Cook on a hat-trick. Who would have thought I would be saying that? Not him. Edwards needs a bit more. Needs a bit more game time. It's a tough one now. Marcus Edwards was a great signing for us. I just don't know how... I mean, he and Vieira fit into the team. I think we've done this. He hasn't started a league game. You're like, what? Yeah. It's been a sub, been in a routine. He's not happy with it. You think we probably should rotate. But again, because we are not in the Champions League like last season, not in Europe. Hold on, we went to Dali Ali there. But anyway, we're not needing to rotate the squad so much. All right. Again, that's just the end. You got to... Wait, was that Mepham? Was that the centre-back? You got to... No, I felt... No, I don't know why I thought it was him. Belurdi, who's not just a fullback, he can play centre-back as well. I'd say that's a bit weak. He doesn't have a weakness in the air. But, mate, when you make defensive changes, it's not just centre-backs. But I don't know, man. It's always dangerous. For whatever reason. So, in the end, we're just going to be holding on here. But they got a penalty early. Let's get one back. Bellerdi makes up for his error. Whew. Is that goal impressive enough? Is that goal impressive enough to cancel his... But that's... Mate, you're the defender. I want you to be doing that of defense. He can do that, but he can't... Can we train him to be a striker instead? I told you he was versatile. Oh, come on. I guess it makes up for it. Oh, no, bad defending. What are you doing? Once more, the praise of Livramento. I feel he just overcommitted again. We had their players covered. You just got to mark him tighter. Livramento, marking 12. His defensive side of the game, you could say, be worked on. Look at all those mentals. So you can see why. The amount of like 11 and 12s he has is concerning. Because in the Premier League, 11 and 12s, they're not seen as good attributes. I'm looking how he's balanced overall, great attacking threat, but they're very average attributes for Premier League level, 11s and 12s. Obviously, he has some better attributes, but there's some important attributes he has on the lower side. This is how we've been. Like, a lot of our players have good games at defense. Look at our defense rating, and we've conceded 3. I individually rate... I'm not sure if I give him... I guess, to be fair, Mepham and Godfrey just got over that. But Livramento, I'd want to drag his rating down a bit with 7.9. But the thing is, yeah, he was so good. Dribbles, key passes. He was the reason we got so many goals. He provided chances without getting an assist. But anyway, a bit of a mixed goal, but maybe you get the sense why we've dropped points in the past month. And... maybe you guys can pick out something. We don't need to change our we don't need to change our tactic drastically. Try and say that too quickly. But maybe some little individual things. Because our attack is flawless. So yeah, it was good to get back on the winning road. Yeah, the winning streak, however you want to say it. Be a winning club again. But it only counts for a certain amount when you're playing against Watford. So yeah, that holds us in... I like when we have a bit of breathing space, but Norwich has games in hand. But it's Norwich that has games in hand. Look, Norwich and Crystal Palace, and then there is Chelsea. So I'm almost looking us to Chelsea's points. And to be fair, Chelsea's more a danger anyway. Better quality than an additional game in hand to Norwich. So it's been an interesting season so far. All right, we've got 8 messages. Let's take a look. Cook, set for a goal. I didn't expect him to be someone's score. I put 5 league goals there. Just one goal. He probably gets that now. Part of the contract where you try and lower his wage a bit. You probably think he'll at least get one more in the second half of the season. That's a better comparison. Normally they compare them to the best player in the world or in that margin with... I guess he's moved to PSG, so it's increased his... it's a bit... Wolves. That's a bit of an upgrade, isn't it? I don't think that comparison would have been made if he was still at Wolves. Because, they try and compare to, one of the best players in the world in their position. And he's seen more of that as he's moved to a bigger club. There's all reputation involved in that, and So, wait. Do Arsenal have Ben White unregistered? And he's like, what's going on? Okay, I'm not sure why we can't see it from the squad screen, but we can see it there anyway. Oh no, was that just an error? Why did it show? There's some little bugs. When it's FM bugs, they're like something little and very minimal thing. Or it could, I'm not sure how much, like the skin you're using could have an error as well. So I don't know, it's in the default. Because I had another thing kind of like that as well. I kind of hovered over something and then, it pops up. I think it was a score and then the screen just stayed. So I had to reload the game. But we needed to end the winless run. So, guys, not always faultless off camera and wondering, how's he doing this well? December was pretty poor. And as I even said, maybe saw glimpses of that. So if you have any suggestions tactically just to adjust, because you can probably see we're playing amazing football. I was really close to calling us Everton Salona. I just held back there. You know, I had an almost moment. If we scored that, yeah, we had a really good passing chance. We didn't finish. Probably would have went it there, but we've had really good games this season. We beat Man City away from home 4-2. I hadn't even talked about that yet. These good results. Beating Chelsea away 1-0. Because with this possession game, we beat Arsenal away 3-0. There's something to be said. And then we it's weird how we might have our main tactic that's better against the good teams. And you've seen we drop points. Yeah, against... Maybe we need maybe we need a bit more of attacking threat. Maybe we reduce maybe put a CDM and put an attacking mid and switch it up. See, that's my thought initially. I'm not sure if you resonate with that or if it's something else, because I think our problem for the most part in those results, if we take a look at it, it was scoring. I mean, three in a row where we didn't score. So you might think that. Ding, ding. Maybe that's the obvious thing we could have addressed earlier. But anyway, what do you think of that? I'll leave it there for now, though. As I said, get a comment, leave the thumbs up. Really does help the videos out a lot to get seen by more people, regardless of my subscribers. Yeah, this is actually my 10th year of making YouTube videos. I created my channel in 2012, so I got a lot of subscribers in my first few years. So a lot of subscribers that aren't even just watching YouTube videos anymore. Some older viewers, but yeah, obviously there's going to be a portion that's still not on YouTube. So yeah, really do appreciate it all because I'm still in the mindset of growing more to get back up there in the searches and recommendations. So I appreciate all the love, and I'll see you guys next time.